nice to see you again. Achaidh here, and we're going to be doing a little bit more prep today. We've made a little bit of a barony map. There's a couple of things I want to change still. We're going to change the Altdorf barony, so that will probably go up and go around there. We'll do a little bit more tweaking to make things look pretty. We're obviously on the Reichland map that's in the Foundry module, but we started drawing in the actual baronies that are here. And the cool thing about these shapes is they can be deleted and edited should political events happen in the game. Now, this is obviously prep for our second season. I'm looking forward to it, but the political side is not meant to be the primary focus of the campaign, but we shall see. It could end up still being kind of a big deal. It might be something very relevant, it might not, but in either case, what I'd like to do today is to create a bunch of nobles that I can have as sort of noble families kicking around, hanging around, that will probably be of some use to me as a GM. So what I've done is I've got myself the book Horrible Histories 50 Worst Rulers. And we're going to pick a bunch of them and chuck them in. No Twitch? Twitch should be up. It might take a second to load, Captain D. But it should be up. Let's have a little look. Twitch Achaidh. No loady. Yeah, it's live. It's live. How's it going, Philip? How you doing, bud? Don't know why it didn't load there. There we go. YouTube multi-stream. There we go. We'll go multi-stream. Right, so what we're going to do and what we need here are some tokens I can effectively use as being nobles. So somewhere here, I think there's a royal wedding one I have. Night of the Opera, Natasia's wedding. There we go. So what I can have is Joseph. I think what I'm going to have to do is make some of these tokens considerably larger. There we go. So this will be like my political map. There we go. Hey, how's it going, Captain? So we have Natasia von Sappenheim, Manfred, of course, locked in the basement. So what we need are some nobles here, and there's quite a few. We've got Lord of Uberschreich. So we'll just have a little look first for sort of like 8 tokens that would be of some use. Maybe that one, maybe. Okay, this one looks like a noble. That will do. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do indeed. Burgermeister confirmed. All the burgers. Hello, Arthur. How you doing? You missed the first world build. It was mainly me colouring in, to be fair. Lots and lots of colouring in. Another Strappenheim. I won't be running that adventure, so because my campaign is set way before then. I do want people that look a bit silly as well. So what I'd like. Well, I might just type in the word noble in a moment. Let's have a look. Noble. Noble servant. There's one noble. Toppenheimer noble. Are these all the same? Yep, they're all the same. Young noble? Also the same. Okay, we're just going to look through my my tokens. See what we've got. Strudeldorf. Lady Strudeldorf. I want one of them to be pretty at least. Right. There's also some talk about the campaign. yeah. There's also some talk about the campaign and sort of general plans from myself. So what else do we have? So we have a few here. I don't like that one. I don't think it's artistically consistent with my others. Let's have a look at Marie here. Marie Schultz. No, just no. I need more mistaken identity. There's got to be more nobles in here, right? I'd actually like these to be a bit bigger. Road wardens. Let's have a look. Heart of the Empire. There's got to be some good ones here. Once we've got them... that'll do. There we go. Perfect. Jacob. I have a plan for you. Okay, so that's a few to kick us off. You ordered Emperor's Pizza 15 minutes ago. Nice. What's going on here? Map design. That's right, Doom. A little bit of NPC creation as well. So, Secret Half-Elf Noble. Secret half-elf noble confirmed. So what we're basically doing, here's our world map. I'll say our world map. Here's our map of Reichland. These colours represent the various baronies that are currently here. So what I'm going to do is effectively pad out a little bit of fluff for each of the barons. So this guy has a rather impressive hat. So right now I'm just picking which ones would be the most appropriate. Now that picture's not quite, let's say, thematically in keeping. It's a little too watered down, and some of them have more contrast than others in the pictures. So, Unterbergenhafen, nope, nothing there. The Schlafenfest, no, there won't be any nobles there. Is there a noble in the Schlafenfest? Schlafenfest? I don't know. How do you pronounce it? Schaffenfest. Das Schaffenfest. Franz Baumann, no. Oh, look, a guardian demon. We had one of them in my campaign, didn't we? And Reinhardt. Let's have a look at your token, a little bit enlarged. Nope, not quite there yet. I would like them to look a little bit more eccentric. There we go. He's big enough to be a lord. No one else could afford to be that big. Darkest hour. Right. Ah, dear. You just always know who's who and who's doing what. It's like the real world. Yeah, well, there you go. You think the best thing about the current Warhammer Fantasy timeline is that we have all the lore about every part of the Empire, the towns, the counties, the baronies. Yes, although my campaign is set 400 years before the current timeline. So I do have a little bit more... I have a little bit more wiggle room, perhaps. Right, so these four I really like. Von Draken? No. I don't know your story, but I want it. Right, pre-gens, road wardens, road riffraff. I don't want town troublemakers, demons on the road. The affair with the hidden jewel, well, that's got to have someone. Let's have a look. Is anyone here? Ah, someone von Drakenberg. You look like... Aha! Okay, well, let's start with these. And we need to remember Lord shoot them in the bum bum. So, again, if you've just joined in, I have a bunch of tokens here. I'd like to have a lady in charge of here. For canon reasons, I can't exactly tell you why right now, but we'll make a name for her in a bit. That is just absolutely fine. So we've got Helga up there. We're going to have... Oh, where are you going to go? We'll put... I'd like one to look a little bit more naive as well. So two of these factions I'd like to be at war with each other as well. So I think... I'm going to go for the Jettenberg guy, perhaps being a little bit more reasonable, but not too much of a drunkard. Where's Jolly Guy going? Where's Jolly Guy? Schwabrold. He might be down here. Okay, there we go. Small patch of land. And you, my prince and lady, are... Well, Blutrock is clearly... Lord Somthinghausen can go there. He'll actually have a name now. And you can go to Grandorf. Okay, so we've got something here. We could really do with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, but this is fine. This is fine. Right, let's have a see what we can do. A poll is going on, apparently. That's right. So, we have a lady here, Helga. So, we have Helga Langstrauss. So, we're going to duplicate her. Doink. And we're just going to call her for now Noble 1. There we go. Noble one. And what we're going to do is we're going to make the token slightly larger. And we're going to do... And what you have to remember to do with this is also calculate size, turn that off. So now it will actually be... Should be the correct size. There we go. So this will be her domain. Shall we go? Let me see who I want to base her on. So I like the idea of her being particularly violent, mainly towards men. I think she's just going to be pretty difficult. No, actually, I have a better idea. I have a better idea for her. We're going to have her... Ah, is this the silly one? I think, was that? No, that wasn't Lord. Okay. So I might go with this guy up here. I'm going to put her somewhere else. I'm going to put her somewhere else. I'm going to put her in Grunberg. Whee! That was a long journey. And this chap... The reason he's not in Bogenhafen is he'll rule from the Groundberg. And he looks a little bit eccentric, and he's probably the one that Sigurd will deal with the most. So I like the idea that he's a little bit on the silly side. Lord Sandwich, yeah, he was the actor, I think. He wasn't actually in Blutrock, though, the actor. He was in Midford. Lord Somethinghausen was in... there's Lord Somethinghausen in Blutrock. But anyway, right, we're going to go here, and we're going to bring up... okay. PFEI. What we're going to do is we're going to just take him out. We're going to duplicate just to make a spare copy. And Noble Bogan. Noble Bogan. I'm just going to call it that so I can generate names later. I don't want to spend too long doing that at the moment. I want to change the token size. I want to link the data. And I want to do a larger token. So what I can do is... There we go. We can do Noble Bogan. Pop him there. Right. Now, Noble Bogan probably already has some stats. Yes, he does. But what we're going to do is delete the current stuff. Prejudice the poor. I mean, we'll keep that because that seems about right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him some random stats first. /CHAR. We're just going to roll for a random human here. So he's a little bit Weasley, not particularly smart. Okay, I like that, but nice and talkative and friendly. So there we go. So that's his new stats. Now, obviously, we're going to need to bring up some careers. So we'll do that. We'll pad out his story in a second too. Let's see where his family started their life. Let's go skills and talents first. Very strong legs. Strong legs and luck. There we go. So particularly lucky, and let's go with suave for him. There we go. Little bit suave. Prejudice the poor. Talents. Rapier, main gauche. Oof, very tasty. Prejudice the halflings, confirmed. Let's look at careers. Merchant, a merchant family. I mean, it makes sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick a merchant over there. Does he even get merchant? Doink. No, do we not get to doink? Oh man, do I have to create them as characters instead? Is there another way of doing this? Because I'd like to actually give them careers because it boosts their stats up, and I want them to actually have some stats. Randomize attributes. Let's have a look. Dang. Okay, so we may have to actually create actor here. Noble Bogan, and that will be a character. Excuse me, and I'll create this within, you know what, create folder, I'm going to do this organised now. Nobles. There we go. So character, and that's going to be within... Let's learn the alphabet together here, guys. What? Okay, let's try again. Create actor. Noble bogan. Character. Joink. Nobles. Create new actor. Right. And what we do, I think what we have to do is go modules, actor, sheet. No. Icons, tokens. I think it will be here somewhere. No. Right. Oh, now we're actually going to have to find him, aren't we? Okay, well, he should be called Noble. Ah. There we go. Noble 1, Noble 2. Right. We'll save you there. There we go. So now we've got him here. Now we can actually give him a career. So we can give him merchant first. Merchant first. Really? What's going on? I'll give you a tribute, surely. Good. So if I give merchant, drag over trader. Hey, there we go. And we complete that. So current. Right, 5 there. 5 there. 5 there. Skills. This is just to give him a little bit of a side fluff as to like what he might be a bit better at. Okay, not particularly smart though. Animal care, good to know. Right, there we go. So we've also got talents. He's going to have deal maker, read and write, suave. I won't go for savvy. Right, and now we can go for noble. There we go. I will just skip him straight to noble 2. Doink. We'll skip noble 1. So straight to noble. I don't know how he did that, but we can come up with story for that. Right, there we go. La da 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 dee, this is making some dudes. The story aspect should be fun. Ah, we have to go for 10, don't we? Nice. Right, skills. What else do we have? Law, heraldry, melee fencing. I mean, I'll make the stats now, although I doubt I'm ever going to use it. Ride horse, melee parry. Okay. What I'll do is 10, 10, 10. Yeah, I'll just give him 10 in all of these. Yeah, that seems... Oh, no, just 10, buddy. Just 10. That's a bit excessive. Right, there we go. Right. Is it the same time where everyone in high position are chaos cultists? Everyone in a high... I will say that probably won't be the case for now, because... Mainly because it would just be a repeat of what we've just had. So I'm not planning on having too much in the way of chaos for a little bit, just because I think it will be a little bit dull for my players to throw too much. We'll throw Carouser in there, and we'll throw a Magnate in, and that can be complete, that can be complete, and that can be his current career. Right, there we go. That will do well. And you know what? I'll actually give him one reroll. Ah, he did have lucky as well, didn't he? Luck. There we go. So I'm actually going to give him... I won't give the rest of them fortune, fate, and rerolls. This guy will just have one reroll. Just because. So he's going to be studying at the moment for this current rank. Actually, he's freaking in charge of Bogenhafen, right? So that's going to be kind of a big deal. So I think we'll actually have to make him the final rank, just because Bogenhafen is part of a massive duchy. So we're gonna go large scale for this. Okay, so he's gonna have some reasonable stats, pretty reasonable there. Language any good, and law politics, of course. Right, there we go. And you don't have to do this with stats, and in fact, I'd probably say don't. You don't have to. Don't get bogged down, because I think this can really. I'll give him a schemer as well, and public speaker. I mean, he's high up. He's high up. It's not that strange. Complete current. Okay, noble lord, gold 7. There you go. So this guy is, hey, what's up, Arn? How's it going? Hey, Mark, how's it going, buddy? Long time no see. How you diddling? Also, hope you guys enjoyed the campaign finale. That was really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. So this guy is a magnate with a fiefdom. He will have quality 4 hand mirror, loads of jewelry, a province. I mean, it's sure. I mean, technically he'll be a magnate, won't he? Because he'll have a fiefdom, not a province. But he'll go with. We'll just go with this and not read into that too much. We'll go for trappings. But trappings. So there is a benefit, right, of going through such details, and that is that you get to really try and get your head in a little bit more as to, you know, what are these people like? What do they have? What do they do? And I think it's not bad. Garments, courtly garb, trappings. There we go. Clothing. Right, clothing. There we go. So what else is he going to have? Foil. Everything he has will be fine, though. Like, what I'll do is just fine foil, fine courtly garb, fine clothing. There we go. Hand mirror, sure, he'll have a hand mirror on his person at all times. And he'll probably carry around like a bit of change, 6 gold crown, a few silver to pass to poor people. And we'll give him a pouch. And we'll give him a comb. There we go, hand mirror, that will go in the pouch. And I think that's probably enough. He's got his fine foil. I think that's probably enough. He's got his fancy clothes. Now we need the story. So the common story for this guy, what we're going to go with is... I've been stealing ideas from other places. Let me just catch up on chat. Would it be feasible to run a Warhammer RP that's not set in the human realms? Yeah, totally. There are some really good expansions made by, I think his name's Big Boss, in the Ratcatcher Guild. He's done Skaven, Orcs, and Dwarfs, and he's done a full career list for each, so you could definitely get it done. Yeah, you will need to do a lot of work yourself. Yeah, there is total freedom. Total freedom. You've seen one GM telling their campaign in Lustria in the Ratcatchers Guild Discord. Yeah, absolutely. You've got stuff all over the place. I know someone doing one in Norska. Right. So for this story, okay. Lord X is currently trying to build upon the castle. Grauenberg. Grauenberg. There we go. In the north of his province. Every day he has 100 workers. Build the proposed extension What would you call it? It's like a frame. Every day, 100 workers toil away. Let's not make this too much on fluffy writing. We just need facts. Every day they toil away. However, every night foundations loosen and the newly constructed and all progress is lost. I'll go through and retype this, but nice and simple. Basically, they're going to try and... he's trying to build his castle. It's currently going to be a small castle. This is like 500 years before current day. So he's got a small castle. He wants to make it a big castle. And he's got 100 masonry people there. And every single night, they have to start again. For the past 6 months, several masonry guilds have been hired. Several quartermasters have been executed, and experts have been called in. To date, none have made any progress. And those who insist on a... what should we say? For those that like insist on a... Right, there we go. So basically, he'd like to get his castle built. It's not having any luck, and it's not going that well. Gossip. There's going to be a little bit of a gossip there. The last person to be hung had claimed there was a cave or pool or lake underneath the foundations. There we go. Job done. I think that will do very nicely. That's a good start. I'm maybe put... Let's do a little bit in temperaments, right? So we know a little bit of what to expect. Entitled? This is more notes for me. Ah, no, we can actually do this. We can do this here. Personal ambitions. To fortify his castle and secure any tactical positions within his barony, and secure strategic. Fortify his castle. Fortify his castle. That's a long-term ambition, isn't it? Yeah. Fortify his castle. Fortify his province. There you go. And short term is find someone who can fix his castle issues. There you go. GM notes will say he is relatively polite when not angered. He is perhaps a little bit regal. Would a guy that wastes money on a fruitless project, harms his subjects without reason, and looking for a magical way to solve the problem, stay in the office for a long time? This is Warhammer, dude. Like, you just burn people because you feel like it. Like, would any noble stay in power for long? Probably not, because another noble's always trying to kill them. But yeah, it doesn't make sense, but equally, having read a little bit of about the kings and queens of England in the last 1,000 years, or 1500 years, none of them make any sense. Some of the stuff they've done is just utterly ridiculous. And these guys are as well, because it's kind of difficult to remove them unless you assassinate them. And that happens all the damn time. Wealthy. Wealthy, thanks to Bogenhafen, leaves the management of the town. Wealthy, thanks to Bogenhafen, paranoid of outside threats. There you go. And interested in trade. It's more like Warhammer 40k. It usually has less sense than a fanfic. Yeah, I mean, yes. But like, this is basically similar to real life. Like, nobles within English history have done all sorts of weird, fruity things, like executing their entire court for, you know, just being suspicious that they were against them. And then, you know, 10 years later, their son kills them and then they take over. I mean, yes, fantasy is more down to earth and realistic, and this is realistic of what nobility's been like throughout the years. Honestly, like, read a bunch of like English kings and queens and what they've been up to for the past God knows how long, and it's just the nobility are like the most eccentric, but that's like life. They can be so. But yeah, they're killed a lot. They're usurped. There's constant power struggles. But the actual people in charge are largely idiots. They're just born into wealth, and you know, there's a lot of inbreeding too, I imagine. Relatively polite when not angered. Keen to make alliances. Okay, so more of a defensive. Wealthy, thanks to Bogarth, interested in trade in particular, and profits in particular. Paranoid of outside threats. That's like what most people would know about him. He said that's generally a good place to start, I think. So we have Noble Bogan here. Doink. Oh, really? I have to go through and do the tokens separately? God damn it. We'll do PF. Right, we'll do token size will be large. Doink. Noble Bogan. Oh, really? I just changed you. Oh. Didn't save. Okay. Noble Bogan again. Really? Noble Bogan. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Really? Fine, I will edit your token myself. And I think what I might need to do actually is just do auto change size, turn that off. Otherwise it will keep doing it. So effectively, Castle Groundberg, he'll be there. There we go. But this map will be a nice way to do this. So what we'll probably do here is just duplicate him, and we'll do noble. We'll do noble Yettenberg. BERG. There we go. Check out something about England. Yeah. Like, these stories I'm giving to the nobles are real stories. So that's all I'll say. I'm not making them up. They're real stories from history. So I spent a bit of time last night just having a little read through and see what I can do. And oh no. So I need the picture of the fat guy. Fat noble, fat noble, fat noble. Oh, there's so many. I can actually get a better view of them here, though. Someone like that might do. Someone just a little bit more down to earth and plain. Let's have a see. Let's have a see. Looking for... Where are you? I've got so many bloody tokens here. I tried to get rid of some of my Warhammer 40k ones because I had too many. That noble servant is not a noble servant. Okay, but I will save that because I will need her at a later date. Right, she looks like a demon, so that's probably not good. Ah, there's Lord Something-Hausen. Right. There's Lord Sandwich. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but... Noble... Blute Rock. There we go. Oh, CH. Yeah. Right, there we go. So what we'll do is we'll delete his trader. Oh no, this is Midfurt. Okay. So this guy doesn't actually own this barony. He'll be under someone else. So let's see what his initial trade was. So let's just roll. Human, so that's his starting stats. He's definitely not a noble lord. Yeah, he'll just be a noble. He won't be much more than that, a level 2. So career, let's see what he gets. Postilion, a coachman. I think we could change that to be like trader, maybe. Yeah, no, actually, I like coachman because the guy is in a sort of a farming area, so you know, let's start with that and let's change a little bit of this. Let's change a few bits here and right, there we go. Okay, so now he's not too powerful. Oh, right, there we go. So, he's a little bit more robust. Right, current skills. Actually, let's see what skills he has as well. It's a nice way to try. Perfect pitch. There you go. That's a great one. Perfect pitch. Schemer, we're going to get rid of. Public speaker, we're going to get rid of. Luck, we're going to get rid of. And deal maker, we're going to get rid of. This guy will be easy to deal with. Cool-headed, God no. Crack the whip. We don't really need that, so that's fine. Noble coachman. I mean, that's kind of fine. What else do we have? Marksman. Yes. Marksman. Definitely yes. We'll give him gunner as well. Savvy or suave. His intelligence is of what should we go with? Suave, I think. Oh, he already has suave, so there you go. Right, so that's this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There we go. Bit of animal care too. So this guy's going to be a little bit easier to deal with. Ranged entangling. Ranged black powder. I mean, he'll have ranged bow as well, I guess. Right. Oh. There we go. Ticking all the boxes. It's just easier to do this. Type 10 in. There we go. Main, and then that'll be complete, and then he'll be currently a noble, so yeah, he's got a few advances. He doesn't need loads, and he doesn't need any additional skills here. Talents. Briber. Yeah, go on. We'll give him bribery because it's just funny. Trappings. Fine foil. No. Definitely not fine court de garb. This guy was just a regular foil, actually. Actually, no. rapier, and a short bow. And arrows. There you go. That's him done. Noble Midfert. We'll just call him Noble Midfert for now, because I can't remember his name. Noble Midfert. Doink. Oh, god fucking damn it. We have to go in and do this each time, don't we? There we go. Right, Noble Midfert. Doink. Right, we can go through and change these afterwards, but this will be quite nice by the time it's sort of padded out. Lord Butter something. It was the Dutch word for sandwich. Yeah. So, the problem with hereditary titles, sooner or later you end up with complete idiot in control. Sooner or later. Yes, more like sooner. Yeah, they don't get power for long, but it's only like malicious people that take them over. It's rarely those pure of heart. Yeah. You like that approach? It inspire you to make cool campaign and help you get into the history of England. Just some of the stories, man, of nobility are utterly ridiculous. So this guy, I'm not going to go too much into like detailed story because I don't think it'll be as relevant. So I'm going to come back to him. So now we're going to go for Franz. Oh, he's a Steinhager. Right, okay. So that's actually from Bogenhafen, but we'll Noble Yetten. So that's Noble from Yetten. So for him, we need to find this. We need to find the fat token. Right. So we've got that guy. We've done him. She would work as well, Ursula. A couple of Strigani there. Dun dun dee da dum. Da dee da da dum dum. So what's your name? Random 45. There we go. Random 45. Let's fix this. We can just type in 45 now we know. There we go. Right, and we're going to change that to size 2. Good job. Noble Yetten, doink. There we go. Oh no, they won't all have the same border because I've changed some of them. Oh, hell no. This is one that I actually made myself. I'll just swap the image around at another time. So some of them have this border and some of them will have that border. Oh, sacre bleu. Anyway, so Noble, you're not Noble Bogan, you're Noble Yetten. Right, so what he's going to have is... He's gonna have... Okay, this guy and this guy, because they look fairly similar, they're gonna hate each other. Like, to me, it just makes sense, right? So... let's save that. There we go. Noble Yetten. So what's his stats first? Let's see where we get. Human... a little bit more weapon focused. There we go. Skills. I guess we can... It's quicker to actually start again rather than have to do all of this each time. I guess I copy and paste, but is that a good idea? I don't know. I don't know what is life anymore. Right. So this guy, I have an idea for him. I think let's just go for some random skills first. Supernumerate, sure, okay. Linguistics, very strong, makes sense. So we'll go get rid of carouser, we'll get rid of briber, we'll get rid of gunner, we'll get rid of oof. We'll get rid of perfect pitch and marksman. There we go. That's looking a bit better. He looks harsh. Should be a military dude. Yeah, so he's got a tower here. So I'm going to say he's going to be at war with this guy, so their boundary is going to actually be a little bit of a hot spot. Actually, no, he's going to be at war with whoever's in the barony of Bourne in Sideland. So we'll come to that in a moment. Right, that I all like. Let's go with some of that. Melee basic. There you go. Random career. A peasant. Right, okay. Well, I like that. Let's go with... let's actually go with, like, councillor instead, though. We'll get rid of coachman. I just like the idea of some of them having some different stats, you know. Right. There we go. Oof, Jesus, this guy's a monster. Okay. Nice. Like, this is why you want to be a villager, dude. You turn, like, villager, one of the best in the game. You just don't have willpower. But it's really fucking good. Right, 10, 10, 10. I won't give him 15 in all of these. It just seems a bit excessive. This guy's going to be scary, though. And he'll have given up his position as a councillor to melee brawling. Oh, good lord. Entertain storytelling. Oh, there you go. Animal care. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Main, so he'll have given up his position of being a councillor and moved over to being a noble. Councillor will never have been complete, but we'll mark it as that. There we go. And now this guy can pick up just a few other bits. 5, 5, 5. He'll be less into the whole noble thing. Good lord, he's not very smart, is he? Good leadership, though. Check him. Good leadership. Oh, fuck it. Let's, there you go. He's a little bit more brawly now. And also, he's tough as nails. Let's change that to 35. Just because that makes him into a beast of a man. An absolute beast of a man. He won't have a short bow. He's actually going to use a hand weapon. He's a big dude. He's a big boy. We'll edit that. A fine hammer. There we go. Fine hammer. Equipped. And he will actually wear a boiled leather breastplate. With a plate. And a breastplate. There you go. That'll do. Somewhat more military. Now, what this guy is going to be doing is... let me find the thing for him. Again, these are all true stories. There we go. Where is it? Okay. Okay. Currently at war. I'll put that sort of hyphenated. At war with the barony of Sideland due to a long-standing and perhaps somewhat dated law. He still has now, how am I going to phrase this? Is still able to cut the arms off of any who tread from that town into from there into his own barony. Marking the border is a 10-yard wide dike. Is a 10-yard wide dike, which he claims to be to have constructed himself. There we go. Wonderful. Born without a name. You were born without a title. So you take it yourself. He was a rebellion leader who overthrew the previous lord. I've got 8 lords written out already. So quite a few of these I've already got by the sidelines, but I'll try and work in some ideas from you guys as well. So sorry, I wasn't ignoring chat there. I just rebellion leader. Okay. Short term. So his long term will be to remove the Baron of Seedlung. Short term, to gain allies against threats from the south. There you go. Threats from the south. I think, is he going to be nice to his own people? I think he's going to be a little bit harsh. Okay. It's this one. Right, okay. Okay. He also has a reputation for consuming vast amounts of food. Typically, he travels his own barony. Typically, he... okay. He frequently visits his own visits the noble families of his barony, of which there are only 3. I mean, that makes sense. It's only 1 town and a mine and a tower. No. Visits the noble families of neighbouring baronies. And tends to... and is said to have once consumed 10 jars of honey, 300 loaves, 40 casks. This is between him and his friends. Of ale, 2 oxen, 10 geese, 20 hens, and 5 salmon. Right, there you go. Not particularly popular, but that's why. So temperament-wise, let's see. Friendly and eager to make allies. Hosts incredible parties. Incredible parties with lavish quantities of food. So often has his own subjects go wanting. Occasional uprisings are dealt with swiftly. I think that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Yep, that'll do. He does keep a modest militia. Swiftly. Some claim he is also building a small militia for something. That'll do. We can actually put this here, available to the players, so the players can just click on this and see it. There you go. That's the noble of Yettenberg. If you do that sort of thing otherwise, Thorg, you're doing it wrong. Plotting against you. Didn't even wait till I was... Well, of course we are. Harsh but not cruel. Exactly, Captain. Exactly. That's the plan. So, this is Noble Yetten. Is his token actually size 2? Wow. Might actually have to go with size 3 tokens. Just so it's sort of a little easier to keep track of. Noble Bogan. This is our wonderful political map. Made by yours truly. So we've got Noble Yet and a Noble Bogan made. We don't have Strudeloff. So she'll own Midfurt, so Noble Bogan here. I have thoughts on that. I'm going to go get a beer before I continue, though. Right. Hello, ladies and gents. I am back. Right. Oh, right, okay, we're back. Aha! I have one I would like to work on now. Not Schwabrald. No, yes, this guy. Actually, he's going to go down here. Jacob's going to go so these two are at war with each other. I want someone that looks a little bit more innocent here. So we're going to have to... we'll duplicate here. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Blank noble. Here we go. This will be a quicker way of doing it. This will just save me a little bit of time. We'll turn that off. So anything that's got advances in it but no tick is doink. Advances but no tick. Advances but no tick. There you go. So now I've got a blank noble I can use as a template for some of the others. So blank noble, we'll just duplicate that. Blank noble copy. So this will be noble Shrabwald. Noble Shrabwald. Okay, so I want a picture for this one that is a little less stern, but maybe a bit younger. Maybe a kid even. Like there's lots of child rulers. I don't think there's many children tokens though. The kid in the middle of that mega lol. Right. Oh, scrolling down. Need someone extremely posh and arrogant. Oh yes. Oh yes. We'll get one of them. Don't you worry. I should probably have started by reading my 8 stories that I found that that I'm trying to apply to places. Right, I need to remember Natasha, because she will come in handy. There's no children, is there? There are just no children tokens. We could have John Cleese in there. Anyone else here that could... Does anyone look really young? This guy, maybe. I want someone that looks a little bit naive. Someone that looks like a little bit on the innocent side. Anything else here? John Malkovich. Hey, how's it going, bro? How you doing? Right. Okay, we don't have children to work with. He must be Bretonian. He must be Bretonian. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, Warhammer Fantasy's too brutal for children. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was reading one story about a fucking demon child from my last campaign. Ugh. Ugh. Right, let's have a see. We've got to find something here. A noble that looks... Someone that just looks a little bit naive. Probably a guy, because I've got loads of ladies to throw in elsewhere. Rest in peace, Maria. Right, what else do we have? Come on, there's got to be something. Maybe this guy? Maybe Gustav. Okay, maybe Gustav. Oh, look at that hat. Or maybe this guy. Gustav or Martin? Gustav or Martin? Or Michael Caine? Gustav or Martin, I think, probably. Can't use the Lord Tarm token again. That road is forever. That avenue is forever closed. It's got to be someone here. Maybe this guy. Schwabrold. Okay, yeah, we're going for this guy who's blatantly an engineer, but Noble Schwabrold is... Oh, what is that guy's character? What's his name? We'll go for the engineer, though. And he's going to be an engineer, actually. Fuck it. He's going to be a bit of an engineer that's a bit clueless and has no idea what's going on and is trying to create industrial machines to assist with the logging that he is doing, but has all sorts of problems. Where are you? Come back here. Still waiting for Sigurd's token in Tarm. Yeah. Okay, we'll put that there. We'll put that there. That's only fair. He's earned it, right? He's earned it. Does anyone else feel a bit bad for Lord Tarm? Anyone else feel a bit bad? Like, obviously not for Theodosius, but no one? No one? Just me? Okay. Okay, just me. I think we've gone past it, haven't we? Oh no, where did you go? Where did you go? Oh, why did I not look at the name? Hydra, you flaming potato. That's right, potatoes can be flammable. This guy looks like, he looks like Jim Carrey. He looks like freaking Jim Carrey. I love it. 3 update. So this guy is... We're going to go /CHAR. Roll, attribute human, doink. Skills and talents. Nimble-fingered, yes. Cool-headed, linguistics, savvy. Sure, intelligence. Sure, he'll be highly intelligent. He doesn't seem it right now. Ah, he's got high fellowship. Okay. 24 and 39. There you go. That's much better. Range bow. Law Reichland. That's kind of all he needs here. Then we'll go for career. River guide. Reroll. Pick career. Engineer. There you go. Student engineer. So he will have been one of these engineers, I guess. So we'll go student engineer. Engineer and noble, just because I want this guy to be someone highly, highly industrious. I have cunning plans for him. You have a few weeks around the time. Okay, Lord Tom just got a horrible deal. He did. He's tragic. He did. Sigurd feels bad. Good. You have a few weeks around the time Brant was found dead. He thought he was either dead or chained to a radiator. Yeah, it wasn't far from it. It's actually a wizard. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Can only speculate to the horrible shit the poor kid has seen or was subject to. Yep. I could throw you a random piece of trivia. Because you would never find this out. I think. Yeah, I don't think there would be any way that you would ever find this out, so I'll share this with you. That the poor health that that he suffered from as a child was inflicted on him by someone in the household. You can guess who. He wasn't born sickly. So he was effectively cursed at a young age, which is what sort of led to many things, but yeah, sure, Thorg, he may even reflect on that. But obviously this would have been his early childhood. He wouldn't really have remembered that far back. That would have been sort of what his uncle had told him. And his memories of what people have told him. But sure. Right, this guy is going to know a bit about that. Law engineer. Trade engineer. Okay. So this guy is going to be, I mean, looking at the land, actually, you know what? It's going to be loads of open grassland. It won't be logging. It's going to be milling. Milling and livestock. He's going to be trying to do some sort of industrializing of what would you call it? Need to get rid of this. Definitely not very strong of his industry. Supernumerate. Yep. Savvy, suave. Read and write. Yeah. Okay. We'll keep all of those. Okay. Student engineer. Complete engineer. I just basically wanted to get tinker. There you go. Now we can go on to engineer. Talents, craftsman, engineer, etiquette, gilder, nope. Orientation, sure. Skills, 10. I mean, that's pretty much the only stuff he needs 10 in. I don't think he's going to be a black powder expert, but he'll be a fairly good engineer. Ranged engineering, sure. And research, there you go. Talents, etiquette, gilder, marksman. 49, there you go. 10 there. Oh, no. Yeah, feck it. He's just got a bit better. Right, there we go. And lastly, noble. Okay. He's not going to be a particularly good noble. Or heraldry. And a little bit... No, actually, he won't ride horses. He hates horses. Too unreliable. They're non-mechanical. Good at gambling. Not very good at leadership. And there we go. Noble Schwabrold is done. Now, What's his story, yo? I know. I have a cunning plan. So let's ditch all of this. There we go. We'll ditch all of that. Doink, doink. Right, there we go. So, biography. Where is it? You made you interested in the industrious lord character. Good, good. He's going to have stuff. So, where is it? Okay. Right. Trying to find it. Not that one. Not that one. It's got to be down here somewhere. Not that one. I've got 8 and I shouldn't have put them all here. I can remember the story, but I'd like to have something to copy it from. Okay, not that one, not that one. Why do I do it like this? Why do I do it like this? I can't show you the pages because it's copyright infringement. I'm just ripping it out of a book. Okay. Over the past few years, Noble X has suffered from frequent raids. In particular, though he has only a few guard to defend, he has been able to maintain a prosperous farming industry. So that will be agriculture and livestock. Agricult plus stock. None are... Okay. Merchants from the town claim that he offers tributes to those who raid him. Though sadly, each year they come back more hungry than the last. There we go. Aside from that, he's going to be trying to produce mills, etc., and things that basically process his stuff a bit quicker. Right, nice. Ah, dear. You don't really have many noble qualities, Thorg. Well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. He was studying his whole life. His older brother was killed by an angry mob. Yeah, that's a nice little touch on that, Captain. Became lord after his brother died from a bite. From a bite. Having been bitten by a madman. There you go. Noble X. That's kind of all we need to do. Short-term goal. He's going to be... Actually, is it going to be just grain? I think we'll probably go for something a little bit more varied, like just fruits and vegetables, you know. Something a little bit more interesting. He'll primarily be selling stuff to Bogenhafen, so short-term ambitions, increase security of the Bogenhafen Road. Long-term ambitions would be to deal with his repeated intruders. There we go. I'm keeping it vague as to what they are because, you know, that's more fun. Noble Schwab. Schwab. Noble Schwab. There we go. We just need to change that to Noble Schwab. There we go. Noble Schwab's looking good. I like this one. And we're going to have Baron of Blutrock, Lord Somethingshausen. I think we'll go for this guy. What did you do? We'll come back to you. I want to go up to Midfurt and see what's up with you, my lady. What's up with you? What we'll do is we'll go Noble Blank. Where's Noble Blank? Blank Noble. Duplicate. And then we need to find the pretty lady. Where are you? You're here somewhere. I know you are. Got my Stella Artois on the go. Life is good. Right, where are you? Where are you? Pretty lady, pretty lady, pretty lady. Oh, we could go for that one. Oh, no, there we go. No, I don't like that picture so much, actually. Their picture's better. That picture's much better. Yes, I called the picture boobs. I am a child. I think I'll go for the other lady. It looks a bit more... Looks a bit more like what I'm going for. I've called it Noble Servant, I think. The picture, that is, not the person. Noble Servant. Yeah, there we go. Blank Noble. Copy. So this is Noble Gramdorf. Noble of Gramdorf. There we go. She'll be size 3, of course. She's going to be a bit more important. And then what's going to be her deal? No, Lord Sandwich is in Midfurt. Sorry, I had to remember for a second there. He is a vassal to this noble, so he is a lord. He is a noble, but he's not the owner of the entire area. He works under someone because he's too much of a feckin' idiot. At least that's what I've put down. I can ponder on that for a moment. Oh, sad. Oh, sad. Yeah, I've put down Lord Sandwich here as being... you know what? Should we just keep him? Should we just allow him to rule from Midfurt? The thing is he should really be ruling from Gramdorf, but... why would he not be in Gramdorf? What's Gramdorf like? Oh, there's no information on it at all. Fine, they're both equally small places, and he rules... You know what? We'll do that. That's now a thing. And that means I can free you up and put you in there, so I have less nobles to worry about, effectively. Where's the one that has a tower? Uberschreik. That one has a tower. Okay. This land is unclaimed here just because it's going to be too, like, no one wants it because you're just not going to get it. I need to do all of these as well, but I'm not going to go too far afield because it just seems... Doink. There we go. It seems excessive, right? I don't want to have that much. We're only going to have like 12, 13 sessions in a season, so they're not going to know all of these people. They'll probably meet 3 or 4 of them. So You know, it really doesn't. Maybe noble. You're not noble Bogan. You're not noble Bogan. Noble Midfoot. Noble Midfoot will be there because he hates water and wants to be far, far away from it. Despite the fact Midfoot is on the River Blute. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't like all the ships that go up and down the Bogan. Maybe it doesn't like it. I'm not sure. We'll have to think about that. Ah, yes, Gramdorf is a horrible place. Right, there you go, that's why. Gramdorf is 5 types of fucked up. There you go. Job done. Gramdorf was once attacked by a Jabberscythe, wasn't it? Yep, that's right. And that's why he doesn't live there. That's also why he's maybe a bit mad. There you go, his family comes from there. Job done, we've just made a cool bit of canon. Right, so we're going to have... Probably... This place just seems a bit too far away. It's just going to be farming, agriculture, constantly being raided. So I think I'll put Milady here down in Uberschreik. I need a lady nearby, though. I might do... Just for narrative reasons, I need a couple of the ladies nearby here. So we're going to go for you here. So she's at war with you all the damn time. This guy, he could just bugger off for a second. You can go over there. No, we'll go Lady Greta Grunberg. Lols. Greta Thunberg and Greta Grunberg. God, that could be confusing. We got a lady in the east right now, but where'd the pretty one go? Oh yeah, I got rid of her token, didn't I? So she and him just hate each other. That can be fine. I need... Okay, let's find a story and then find a person to put it on. So I've got one here. Ah, right, okay. Who looks serious? Really, really serious. This guy just seems very normal, right? I don't think we can do much with him. She may... She may be pretty badass. Why did she fall out with this guy? Why did she fall out with the guy in Yettenberg? Let's have some ideas in the chat for that. What happened to make those two fall out? You blacked out? What did you miss? Someone stole a bucket? Yeah, pretty much. I'll probably have a ruler because this is 500 years before. Like, I don't know. It could be a Freiburg. Is that how you pronounce it? Freiburg? A free city, effectively. Ruled by council. Excuse me. What else can we have here? Weisbruck. Let's read about Weisbruck. Originally little more than one of the tiny fishing villages along the River Bogan, Weisbruck has the past city grown rapidly into the bustling port for goods and travels. Well, we're in the town where technically there is no canal here currently, so it's a fishing village, basically. So that's not going to have its own sort of fiefdom. I think Weiberg. Let's read about Weiberg. First town encountered after leaving the Grey Mountains road for the Helmgart to Bogenhafen. Its proximity to the fortress of Helmgart ensures troops pass through regularly. The town offers a sizable barracks for visiting soldiers. Having survived the mountain's extreme weather, to say nothing of ravaging armies of orcs and goblins and potential monsters roosting on the nearby Drakenberg, most visitors arrive to Weiberg with a powerful desire to celebrate life. To accommodate that need, Wayberg has renowned for its hospitality. Right, okay, well that I like. So we're going to have that. Oh, I know, it's sexist. I'm going to put a lady there. Oh my god, how could you, Hydra? How could you? I'll draw out your fiefdom in a bit. Is she on her way? There, she's on her way. She's on her way. She was just coming over in the coach. Oh, she doesn't look like... I'm sorry, but she doesn't look like she's a good hostess. We'll stick her down here for a bit. Let's find the pretty one and stick her in here somewhere. Giggity. Strudeldorf. There you go. We'll just edit this one. So there you go. We'll drag this lady down the bottom. Okay. Why are there no giant bat riding goblins? Well. Oh, I know what I can do. Right. Auto calculate size. Off. And then what we can do is change her to Lord Wayberg. Lord Wayberg. There we go. Lord Wayberg, and we can just go Lord. And then we can drag that down there. Lord. Where do all the other lords go? Ah, Noble. I should have called her Noble Wayberg. God damn, I'm a potato. Noble Wayberg. Noble Wayberg. Right, there we go. I have ideas for her, so let's get to it. There we go. So, let's give her some more random stats. We'll go with roll. Let's see what she's like. Oh, feisty. There we go. Very strong. Good weapon skill. Very intelligent as well. There you go. Warrior born. Why not? She's a monster in combat. That's actually hilarious. Oh, okay. Sure, have leadership. Okay, careers. Let's give her noble. And entertainer. There we go. We'll just go complete. And complete. Does it automatically give her the skills? Okay, she can have her skills on the main page. Ah, motherfucker. Modules. EIS. Okay, fine. Fine, I'm going to have to do it this way. I need blank noble. Duplicate. Blank noble copy. Right, and then we go modules. EIS. EIS maps. No. EIS. And then where is it? Assets. Actors. Right, where are you? This is actually quite good to view it this way. Good lord, there's so many. And some aren't even used, so they're just kind of spare. Which is freaking amazing. Oh, wow. They got Zinch Demon there. That's cool. Right, so what's your name, milady? Where are you? You're here somewhere. Ah, there we go. Doink. Blank Noble, you have just been upgraded to Pretty Lady. Modules. EIS. Assets. I'm getting quicker now. Actors. There we go. Right, blank noble copy. Boink. Really? Nah. Nah. I mean, it does actually look kind of cool, doesn't it? Having it like that, but you can't frickin' see what it is. Ah, oh, good lord. Any nobles have Lord Geology? Probably all of them. Right, okay, so I need to actually not go for assets. I need to go for tokens. There we go, there we go, there we go. Right. I like the assets. Like, that's super helpful, having it like that, but equally not helpful. Right, come on. Where are you? You're up here somewhere. There we go. Doink. So what's her deal going to be? She's going to be very entertaining, and I don't know why I went all the way back there. Assets, tokens. Oh, there are the archers. God damn it. I was looking for them. Ah. I sold. Moo Man who knows all of the things, don't you, Moo Man? How much of, like, you must know all of the adventures off by heart by now, buddy. What am I trying to achieve? I'm basically being an idiot, Moo Man. I'm just trying to find pretty lady picture so I can put that there instead. So what I'm currently doing right now, so this is noble lady copy, is I'm placing on the map noble families. Because my campaign is set 500 years before, we're basically, I've got a bit of a barony map here. I'm not going to do all of them, and I'm not going to do tremendous detail. Basically 2 sentences for each. So this is, yeah, this is just going to be a screen where I can keep a track of locations, and players can put NPCs that they've added to, and they can add some notes maybe. That's the plan. So she is going to be, we're going to go, so this is her base stats. We're going to go here. Doink. We're going to give her savvy or suave. What do you think? It's got to be suave, but she's also earned herself a savvy, right? There you go. And yeah, we'll give her warrior born as well. That just makes her terrifying. Okay, awesome. Career, and I'll give her, I'm actually going to give her entertainer. Just because I want each of these to have a slight twist in terms of their stats. So is entertainer even here? It's here somewhere, I'm sure it is. I'm going down slowly. There's so many. There we go. Entertainer. She won't have been a busker. Don't insult her. She'll be one of these. I don't know what it is. She won't have been a counsellor, that's for sure. Right. Let's see what this thing is. Okay. She's better in combat than most of the group. I won't have her complete the career completely because that seems excessive, but... Okay, there you go. 4 years after the second, if you're not wrong. Yes, a few years before the... Well, we've got quite a while before the second Vampire War. So we've got a little bit of a cooldown period. I picked this period, obviously, because we've got a bit of a cooldown. So it's a time for Hydra to throw in whatever fluff he likes. But the Vampire War was quite relevant to the, you know, the some aspects at least. The previous Lord died within the Vampire War, so that's relevant. Range throwing. Sure. Writing. Okay. Da-da-da-da-dee. So, okay. Right, I have a cunning plan for this lady. She's gonna, we've got a cool story here. Hang on, let me just move her over to noble. There we go. Put that down as complete. There's quite a lot of overlap actually between the two. There we go. Right, that'll do. That'll do. So she's going to be noble Weiberg. There you go. We need to actually map out her territory, but Into the notes we go. She's not currently at war. She's too... Oh, come back. She's too cool for that. So what we're going to do with her instead is... Right. Baroness is... Baroness... X... I nearly drew babies there. X's brother previously had betrayed one of her most reputable enemies. In response, she hung her brother for breaking his promise to her enemy. For she trusts loyalty, the quality of loyalty above all else. A promise is a promise. There you go. I'll obviously write this out and make it sound a bit better, but why don't you use the NPC sheet to add the career stats? I was doing that, and for whatever reason, it didn't like me adding the career stuff to it. I don't know why. I think I was probably not clicking the right place, but it would have made more sense because everything would have been in one place. We're at 2124 at the moment. It's 2100 that was the Battle of Moor, where Conrad was killed. Yeah, her XP's ticking up. Yeah. She's on a PC sheet. That's fine. They can be PCs. I don't know why we started off the stream with an NPC sheet, and I was dragging the careers over and dropping them, but it didn't like me. So I don't know. I was probably not dragging them into the right place. That's probably what it was. Anyway, super attractive. And carouser, there you go. There you go. That will be. And we'll actually give her a different... Give her a noble lord as well. Yeah. She doesn't have a fine hammer. We'll get rid of that. Okay. So, yeah, half of my problems with Foundry are that I use it wrong. so don't blame Foundry. Don't blame Foundry. Blame the person that is too dumb to figure out how things work. I think that will probably do there. Any other skills? Lore any track? Oh, I mean... She's not that bothered about those. Commanding presence, yes. War leader, and yeah, feck it, we'll give her wealthy as well. Gold 7, Jesus. Weiberg, okay, well, Weiberg's going to have to be a little bit of a thing. Hello, lovely season finale. Thank you, Panda. I hope you liked it. If anyone did enjoy it and have specific thoughts, make sure you leave a comment on it, because the comments really help push the video in terms of the analytics and all of that. And we've been way over 30 odd comments in some of the videos. And don't forget, if you leave more than a sentence, I'm going to make a bunch of NPCs for this campaign named after commenters from the last session, 2 parts. So... currently tracing YouTube. I'll rejoice. Why am I rejoicing? I am rejoicing. No, I'm reading both. I read Panda Cavalry stuff. Right, anywho, this is all here. I think I'm actually going to take away wealthy because that's ridiculous. Right, okay, she's that's fine. Noble Weiberg there. Oh, her... Okay. I didn't save it, did I? Fuck me, that little save button kills me sometimes. Baroness's brother had previously, but... She then hung her brother for a promise is a promise, and she will not tolerate those who lack loyalty. On the other hand, she's a great host. Great hostess, really nice, and throws a good party. There you go. Short-term goal. So what issues are they going to have here? Bit sad, Captain Lambert. Bit sad that you get Captain Lambert. Oh, you're Captain Lambert. I mean, Captain Lambert's retiring, but he's still there. He's still there. He's kind of doing a bit more of a desk job now, but Captain Lambert saved the day. You should be very happy. Right, okay, anywho. Noble way. Way. Right, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Short-term goal. Short-term goal. So, I mean, she's got the River Bogan here. Or a branch of the River Bogan. So, okay, so long-term goal is build a canal that connects the Bogan to Altdorf. Short-term impression, obviously it's not been built by now. Helmgart, short-term will be to assist in the war by rousing troops wherever possible. There you go. There you go. Currently we've got like a mini war going on with greenskins to the north. It's just like an extra little bit of fluff, but you know, it's good. Well, I think we need to draw out her barony here, really. So, oh, there you go. Hey, I've just got your comments, Mr. Panda. Thank you very much. I will read it. I'll tell you what, I'll read them out right now. Well done, Rat Pack and Hydra. Thank you for building the story world and taking us along. That does count as 2 sentences. I will give you that. I will give you that. Right, okay. Reichland's political map. But yes, anyone that wants to like, subscribe, tickle buttons and press on knobs, it all helps to build the channel and do things. I'm going to try and get some emotes and stuff for the YouTube members. I don't think we actually have any, but right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Let me just pull this up and I'll try doing the next one on an NPC sheet. Yettenberg. Right, I'm just bringing up the a bit of an estimate of the Weiberg barony. And this is technically Duchy Mittelvorbergland, and that goes down to Drakenberg. What's Drakenberg? Soaring high above the central Vorberglands, its base wrapped by the shimmering River Bogan. Okay, what do we have here, though? The immense red dragons at the Scythe of Fire once made her lair in the caves near the peak of the mountain and hunted across the fields of the Vorbergland for uncounted generations. While she has not been seen for more than a century... Oh. Which means that she's technically still active, boys, because we're only four-ish hundred years before this. So, yeah, okay. Okay. The Drakenberg is treacherous, with steep sides that climbers no easy routes and sheer summits through trees, blah, 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 blah. Even so, the brave and foolish who will attempt to climb the Drakenberg. Who knows what little treasures lay there. Oh, good lord. Okay, so she's like, it's just the dragon, don't worry. Nothing to worry about, darling. Back to bed. Right, that's absolutely hilarious. Okay, so we need to draw out her territory now. Good lord, okay. There's a damn dragon. Yeah, and it will have been seen between now and then. How much of the story was pre-planned? Is there more to the lore of prevention of chopping down the trees? Was that just for the first episode? I will say there's more to everything, Panda, but it depends. So, sort of yes, the tree thing was a thing, but there was sort of some reasons for it. There we go. There we go. Right, let's have a look. You're curious, but you're worried it would affect the future story. Yeah, it wouldn't a huge amount, but it's something I'll let my players squirm over. Right, so effectively, she just has a bit of this territory. It goes right up to Bogerhafen, at least. So, but she doesn't have Gerbler, Girlbatch. Oh, feck it, she does in this now. She's got a bit more. Right, there we go. Oh, my lady. Oh, my darling. Remember, this is set like 500 years before, so we could basically, I do what I want. I do what I want. That's the nice thing, though, about going outside of canon is Skagerdorf. The hell is Skagerdorf? Skagerdorf? Is that how you would say it? This bit looks like a real clusterfuck of rivers and marshland. Like, someone needs to name this something. So... okay. Okay, this will be like an approximate border because honestly, it's just a feckin' big woods. And the reason she doesn't own all of this woods, like maybe it is technically within her barony, but it's sort of like, yeah, there's too many feckin' goblins in there for me to deal with right now. I'm kind of busy. Okay. Yeah, Helmgart sort of owns down here, and Drakenberg. Yeah, technically Drakenberg has... so that's Mountain Drakenberg, and is that a town, Drakenberg? Shall she own... oh, you know what? Should we make her actually own Drakenberg? Because the other thing is I don't want an absolutely ridiculous amount of NPCs. So I could just be like, you know what? Fuck it. She owns this now. Everything up to the mountains, because anything further than that, honestly, is going to be pretty much dowie. Infested. Can you infest something with dowie? Yeah, I'm sure you can. Do 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 do. I like this song. Right. There we go. I mean, really, if you want it to be more believable, you do the borders up to rivers and roads, because otherwise, what are you going to do? Stick a yardstick in there and... yeah. So, I think if you want borders to be more believable, you do that. But, you know... that looks pretty neat, though. Right, so what we're going to do is we'll stick her over here for starters. Let's close that back down. Skager's village. Heck knows what Skager is. Well, you can use the U of a fuck as the A. That's more German. Seekar can slay a dragon. Confirmed. How's it going, Nah? Try a longer A. A longer A? Skager. Ah, Skagerdorf. That does sound more German, doesn't it? Skager. Das Skager. Ja. Oh, meine Skager. I don't know what Skager means. It probably means like a bad word that I'm not supposed to say. Anyway. So we're going to draw polygon. Select polygon. I'm learning, Mr. Mooman. Look at me go. There we go. Fill McCracken with a colour. Doink. And then she'll go, just bring that down a little bit, darling. And the blue doesn't contrast that. That doesn't contrast too well, so we're going to go with, what should we go with? Purple, darling. Purple. All the purples, darling. No, we need a little bit more colour there. One more tick. There we go. That's Weiberg. Bogenhafen has these random mountains, so they must have hashed it out and been like, nope, this is our mountains. Why do they still have those mountains? There must be a mining operation there. This is where you can go kind of like... We'll just open up the journal, we'll just create it, and we'll go for marsh. Create new journal. Marsh. There you go. Reckland Marsh. There you go. That's now a marshland. Text label. Marsh. Entry icon. Marsh. Swamp. There you go. Icon size 80. Antique. Done. There you go. I'd like to put more of these on so players can be a bit more like, yeah, what's in this person's land? What have they got going for them? You know, what are they into? What does that mean? Hydra's German viewership should say what it means. Yeah. Das Skager. Anyway, we now have a noble Lord Weiberg here. I put a Y in there. I don't know why. I don't know why. So Jacob can go over to Grunberg. I mean, it's safe to say that Altdorf, we need to figure out who's in Altdorf right now. Does anyone have any ideas? Was there one line that owned Altdorf, or that was Lord of Altdorf for like thousands of years? So I don't want to... This sort of canon I don't want to mess with too much. Obviously, it's not even the capital right now of the Empire. It's the capital of Reichland, but... because we're pre-Magnus. Yeah, so none of that canon applies, basically. The reason most of this will be more relevant is from Tarm, you can take the road straight up to Altdorf. That's kind of... but that's a hell of a long way, right? That's... if you take a measuring ruler... that's nearly 100 miles. So that's going to cost you a lot of money compared to travelling somewhere like Bogenhafen, which is 47 miles and a more direct route. Or Jettenberg, which is 25 miles or 20 miles. What I'll say is that basically you'd have to go here. Then can you do multiple points to measure? That would be cool. So if you could hold control and click. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, so then you have to add them all up together. Oh, god fucking damn it. That was worth a try. But I think that would be... I reckon that would... yeah, that would probably end up being close to 100 miles, that journey. Yeah, it's definitely not a seat of the Emperor. Yeah. Might be Ludwig. Is the Reichland claimant alive during that time? Ludwig sounds good. Part of the Weissenland-Reichland faction of the three emperors. Yeah. So I think what we'll do as well is we'll make Altdorf just frickin' huge. So what I do need to do actually is lock, doink, doink. Polygon time. Okay. Doink. We'll give Reichland its proper capital, because it's one thing on the map that does look a little out of place. And again, not all of these nobles need to have like a full backstory. The campaign's not entirely based on, you know, a bunch of nobles. If anything, we want to move away from some of the noble stuff. Like, obviously, we want the party to enjoy aspects of noble existence and to dabble in town management, for example. Like, or trying to actually do things now that they can clearly see ways to make the town better and to save it at the same time, because that, you know, we're clearly not done with threats that are posed to Tarm. We are clearly not done with that yet. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Karrenberg will have its own thing, won't it? So we'll go... Oh, you could even see a red line. How very handy. Right, there we go. Oh, so will Weisbruck be contained within this? You know what? I'm just going to draw around this because it'll look pretty. Yeah, it nearly looked pretty. There we go. Right, there we go. So I'll have whatever the piss is over here. These hills will be owned by Pre, I guess. No, you motherfucking dick twonk wallop. No! I can't add to it now. Ah, you motherfucker. You motherfucker, it did it again. So basically, as soon as I start clicking quickly, that happens. So now we get to do a little bit more clicking time. Oh, motherfucker. Kills me. Don't do it too quickly, Hydra. Don't get impatient, because it will end you and your existence. And you will be miserable, and you will grow old and grey, and you'll be lonely. I can't even read chat while I do this, because it's so intense. Ah, fuck me. I know this is probably not what you've created for this, Moo Man, but one thing I wonder is if you could have walls like you know, like the little pings that you can drag and drop. It's probably not necessary because, you know, not everyone's a potato like me that clicks stuff too quick. But I've done this a few times now, which is how Reichland ended up with a dumb shape in the first place. Oh, my days. Okay. Doink, 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 doink. Ah, and I have news. Some of our players are getting together to do a little bit of an introduction to 2 new characters. So we have Ralph's replacement, I guess you could say. So that will be interesting to see what we end up with there. And obviously, I already know, but I can hold shift for this. That actually helps a little bit. Whoa. Just don't click too often, Hydra. Don't click too often. I need it to be somewhat angled as well, because otherwise it won't fit in with the rest of the map. There we go. So I think that's going to be next weekend, that the next Friday, that the players are getting together for like a little RP session together. Now I don't know if they're going to record it or whether we're going to stream it. I genuinely don't know yet. I'd be quite happy to stream it, and I can be an NPC or 2 if needed. But that would be nice. So the second character is being brought in by Mr. Snow. And he's going to be assisting Sighard in doing more noble things. I nearly clicked too fast then. I was doing it. I was doing it. We're getting too close to having finished this, so slow down, Hydra. Click after one click at a time. One click at a time. Don't rush it. You'll balls it up. No, Frenchie's not back, but Frenchie was designed as a single-time character. He looked a lot weaker than he was because the character sheet gave him -20 to everything because it didn't recognize his weapon skills properly. But Frenchie was way above the prowess of the players. I made him so he would stand a chance in the duel, effectively. So what we'll have instead is a fresh character who is a little more in tune with them. You're on the edge of your seat. No, don't do this to me, Moo Man. Don't do this to me. If I mouse out, what happens? I can't cope with this much stress. One clicker. Oh no, I nearly did too quickly. Yeah. One elephant. 2, 3. Oh, don't do it too quick. Just don't do it. Oh no, no. I keep going quick. It's so hard to avoid going quickly. Giggity, that's what he said. Okay, we're nearly there. Nearly there. Right, don't you dare flop on me now. La da dee 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 dee. Right, so Grandolph's going to be right on the border. No! No! I can't tell where the border is. I can't tell where the border is. Don't fucking laugh at me, Moo Man. This isn't funny. The shit's not funny. Oh, no. Like, there's got to be a shortcut to hide all tokens. Fuck my life. Ah. Right. That'll do, and we're going to see how far off it was. Hey, that's not too bad, right? That's not too bad. We just need to, like, edit this one a little bit to go to here. Oh, fuck me. Right. That token lives here now, okay? That token lives here. Problem sorted. Pull up the stream at the beginning. Yeah. Oh, my God. No, that'll do. That'll do. I don't like this crossover bit, too. That's triggering me, but... I also don't feel I can have this as being white, so... We're going to fill that with... What are we going to fill it with? I mean, red's the Reichland colour, right? That seems about right. Yeah, red and blue. So I think Reichland would be more... red would take priority, so... So red it is, although I probably want to bring it down one more. In which case I'm wondering around maybe adjusting Bogarthen to... Is there anything here that would... I mean, Bogarthen's colour's yellow and blue, right? If I remember correctly. Right, fill... No, pink. Green, orange, red. Sure, that works. That'll do. Hydra confused Lord Bogarthen and Lord Somethinghausen's pictures. No, I'm quite certain that this is the guy. This is Lord Sausage. So that's Lord Somethingshausen, and this is Lord Bogenhafen. Lord Bogenhafen is currently trying to build Castle Grunberg. Trossu. I don't know anything about Trossu. Trossut. I'm pretty sure I've got it where I want it. Red with a blue stroke. Yeah, red with the blue stroke. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Right, okay. So either way, we've made some progress today. There are a couple of other quick noble things that I have in mind. So we have noble... You're not actually noble yet, and you're noble something else. So what other noble stories do I have here? I've got a few up my sleeve. Okay, noble... I've got one Stephen and Matilda. No, I don't think I'll go for that one, although that's basically a Game of Thrones story. They ripped off Game of Thrones 1,000 years earlier. Right. Okay. Who's going to be the guy that's... Aha, right. Okay. Hang on. We'll do blank noble. We'll duplicate this. Because I've done them all on PC sheets, I'm going to do them all here. So, noble bogan. And noble bogan. So what I'm going to do in this season as well is have some taxes unique to each area. So if players want to go to a particular area to do a thing, they're going to have to pay the tax. So let's say you want to go to Altdorf. This guy is going to be the person who has implemented the poll tax. So they're going to have to pay a tax on polls. Poll tax. Recent creator of the poll tax. And recent creator of the poll tax. Many riots have been plaguing the city as of recent. Though with funds tight and war ever looming up north, there is always need for more coin. There we go. Recently, his brother, Richard Berg, there you go, Richard Berg, that's now a German name. Met in one of the... What's in the Bloodpine Woods? Met in a field within the Altdorf flats to discuss peace among and means to what should we say, appease the masses. Richard Berg was hacked to death by an axe. There we go. Which for now has ended any further revolt. There you go. Richard's first is also single after his wife wife died recently from a plague. He is currently searching for a second wife. Dun dun dun. Short-term ambition, find a wife. Long-term ambition, dysentery. Yeah, poll taxes don't tend to go down well, do they? Lord Blutrock and Lord Bogan. I mean, it doesn't matter which is which. Each token can go... no one's met them yet, so it's all fine. What's his long-term goal? To expand his territory. Even further. Gaining more vassals. Okay, so basically he's going to be always looking to expand and increase his fiefdom. So within here, what I'd say is he's probably got like 9 or 12 vassals, or vassals, because I know no one likes vassals. Leviosa. Anyway, basically, he's going to be looking to gain as much as he can. So he's going to have his eyes on Fileback currently. So he's going to be looking to do some stuff there. Like, this isn't the main thing for the campaign. It's just a thing. But I like it. This, for me, is a good place to start. Yeah, Sighard kind of made a deal instead, so never met Lord Somethinghausen. So, hang on. Which Sighard token should we use? Should we use this one? Should we use this one? Sighard Zinchhausen. There you go. There you go. We'll use the Zinch version of Sighard. That's clearly more accurate, right? So we've got wood elves here. Technically, they're in the Midfurt barony, but yeah, I don't think he's aware. What do these guys do in the forest? So let's have a little go through them. I'm going to have to get another beer for this because we need to do some thinking now. I just want to go through each of the baronies with you guys and have a little bit of a chat about what they might be up to, what could be things that they're doing. This is kind of where it all comes together, and honestly, if I'd done all the legwork first, this bit's probably the most interesting bit, so you should really hang around, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a mo. With a beer. I have returned with the beer. Right. Right. Beer goes down there. Put the old can in the bin, and then we're back and ready to go. Hey! So, what else are we doing now? Right, anyway, so... Good lord, what's this guy's goals? What's his fecking goals? Lord Midfurt. Oh, good lord, bring back his token. Bring it to me. Oh, you have to click the edit symbol first, don't you? So, what's his goals? What's his personal ambition? Mostly amusement. Oh, no. To make friends. He just wants to make friends because most people think he's eccentric and weird. And this is by noble standards. And he just wants to make friends. I know that's going to be a long-term ambition. He's not going to actually take being a noble particularly seriously, but not be that interested in trade, profit, money, any of that. He's just after memes, basically. So, to get memes, what's he up to? So he's got lots of forest. He's going to have a little bit of land around here he's using to farm. Not much. Lots of woodland. What is he up to in his woodland? Exports, grain plus if it's from the woodland, I would say it's probably grain, fish, and hunting. Enemies, goblin raiders. Like, that seems to be the most likely thing for me. It seems to be a little bit tucked out the way for, we don't need to worry about like river pirates or anything like that here, so it's probably just your bog standard goblins in the forest that are causing him problems. Not rivergits. We'll say the rivergits. Now that's the point. Where are the rivergits? River goblin. Is that too big? Yeah, that's way too big. That is way too big. Okay. I'll say they'll be going up and down the river blue. No, wait, they'll be like, they'll be based around there. There we go. That's roughly where they're based. Yeah, no, feck it. They'll be there. There you go. And they'll be bothering Lord Somthinghausen just as much. He wants to move the capital to Midfurt, so he never needs to go back to the capital. Yeah. Okay, we got this. What was he? So what's he got going on right now in the woods, Mr. Midfurt here? I feel like he's having issues with a particular forest goblin tribe. Okay. Issues with forest goblins in particular. Though during the winter months they go away and he gets to enjoy his memes. There you go. So this will be forest goblins in particular. Good old forest goblins. They'll be based round about there. Oh, we don't have a token for a forest goblin spider rider yet, but that would be kind of fun. Wait, what? Maybe he's inventing some secret new Blood Bowl tools in a super secret fort. Maybe the players find out. I mean, the engineer could be. Definitely. Shot forest goblins chief Sharman in the bum bum once. I will say that he probably considers goblins to be green halflings. Okay, let's go with that. Considers halflings to be pink goblins. Just because it's more... Like, okay, interesting facts. Exports grain, fish and hunting. We'll get to Lord Somthinghausen, definitely. Definitely get to him. Issues in the forest goblin in particular. Is it going to be forest goblins? Yeah. Now we'll say... Oh, shall we say that? Yeah, forest goblins in particular. During the winter months, they go away. He gets to enjoy his memes. Yeah, we'll stick with that for now. I'm not 100% sold on that being forest goblins, but he's very joyous. Why is he very joyous? And why is he not particularly bothered about the forest goblins? Maybe he's just really carefree and doesn't care. Make friends short term. Procure more archers. He's probably... I mean, he did catch him on a festival, right? So maybe he can be a little bit less carefree here. So, Lord Somethingshausen. Lord Somethingshausen. Lord Somethingshausen will be... What's his thing going to be? Let's have a look. I've got a couple stories here I haven't used. Okay, yep. What we'll have to do is give him some different stats, I think, because he's currently got someone else's stats. Doink, 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 doink. I'll tell you what, Amadeus. Where did Amadeus go? Which adventure was Amadeus from? I need to know, Moo Man. Help! Help! Send help! We'll find him, it's okay. We'll find him. This guy could work as well. That could be Lord Somethingshausen. Right, okay, what we need to do is we need to create a noble bogan. Which one are you? You're not noble bogan, right? Anyway. Duplicate blank noble here. Let's have a look. So if we go modules, let's go EIS. Assets and tokens. We'll just see if there are any here that might look good for a lord for this area. Let's have a see. Oh, a kitty cat. All the kitty cats. There you go. That's a good token for a lord. Good fucking lord. Okay, let's have a see. Modules, EIS, assets, tokens. Let's have a look at the others too. Siege Mage. Affair of the Jewel. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, he looks like that. I'm just seeing if there's anyone else that might be... he's too much of a gambler. She's too moody. I don't think Empire and Shadows. I think we need rough nights and hard days. So... rough nights, hard days. Assets, tokens. Let's have a look here. Oh, blood letters. Very tasty. Okay, anything else we've got here? This will be for Lord Somethingshausen. That guy might do. Martin might do. Right. Maybe not. Let's see what else we have. Starter set. Tokens. Oh, they're all coloured in here as well. That's so pretty. Right. Unofficial Grimoire. Uberschreik. Let's go with core. Tokens. So many tokens. So many tokens. EIS. Module, EIS assets, fair. Okay. Token. Fairgoer 4. Oh, okay, yeah. He looks like a pirate. I mean, I'm down for pirates. I'm down for pirates. Let's have a look. Blank noble copy. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Apparently, didn't want to save that. Blank noble copy. Let's try this again. I bet I didn't click save. This, I swear, the amount of times that's happened in my life. Let's try again. Actors, tokens. Right, there we go. And update token. You have to update your token, Hydra, otherwise nothing happens. Really? Now, this has happened a few times to me. And I'm not quite sure what I'm doing wrong. Modules? As long as you name one Yoris. A pirate. He does look like a pirate. In which case, I have a very good pirate token here somewhere. Captain Barbosa. Well, I've got a Captain Barbosa token here somewhere, but anyway. Right. Modules. Empire and Shadows. How are you doing, by the way, Yoris? How's it going, bud? I've been doing a bit of reading as well to try and like solidify my setting for magic users, and I've had a little bit of a breakthrough today, and I can put it in words now a bit better by basically copying and pasting someone else's. But right. Right, okay. Tick that, select file, update token. Why is it doing this? Why is it doing this? Do I have to click it here instead? I'll try clicking it here again. Module. EIS. Save, update token. Hey, there we go. You just had to duplicate the actor and get the token to update. Yeah. We're getting there though. I was looking at the Tome of Magic. Is it the Tome of Magic? It's one of the old 2nd edition magic supplements though that kind of explains the history of magic quite well, and I thought that was quite useful. So right, let's give this guy some stuff. Roll. Okay, so a little bit more weapon focused. Skills and talents. Lucky. Sure, he will get 1 reroll. I'll give NPCs with lucky 1 reroll. Sharp. Sure. Good intuitive. Savvy. Wow, super smart. 45. Doomed, I mean, of course. Career. Okay, so I actually want him to have maybe just a River Warden career as a... Yeah, I think we'll go River Warden and then into Noble. River Warden. So he'll be more river focused. I mean, Blue Rock is going to export clay as well, but he's got lots of rivers around him. So primary export clay, but also it does so via the riverway. So it's going to be a little bit of both. We'll just go level. We'll just go for one of those. Ship sword. Current. Okay. Nice. Wow, if you can live long enough, you get some decent stats there. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go a little bit more. Range black powder, there we go. I mean, I'll do sail, swim, yeah, we'll give him all of that. So this is someone for our little halfling to hang out with. Lord Somethinghausen. Fearless wreckers, hatred, goblins. As of recent, anyway. Hatred goblins. And sea legs. There you go. And he's going to have completed that career, and currently he'll be a noble. There we go. So it'll be gold 3. There we go. That'll do. Talent-wise, can we get rid of some of these? He doesn't need supernumerate. That's ridiculous. So, what's his deal over in Blute Rock? They'll have a small quarry that exports clay. Primarily fishing, however. Exports clay. Primarily, the town fishes the local rivers. There used to be issues with bandits and pirates till a band of river goblin pirates took hold on the edge of their territory of his 5 F fuck knows. Now he's pissed. Okay. Deal with the river goblins. And long-term secure a better So he's basically got to go up the Blute to Midford to Gramdorf. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? What's his thing? That's a game changer. Would others recognise this kingdom or take as bambles of a madman? What? Lord Somethinghausen will protect Wilfred from the evil Lord Sandwich and his bow. Nice. Nice. Magnus was the one who brought the kingdom down eventually. I need to go back up and see. What have I missed? Found some fluff in the starter set on this man called Bittersweet von Wolfen, who made the kingdom of Sudan-Vorbergland in Uberschreik. So apparently during this time, it would still be a kingdom. Ah, right, okay. Okay. Fair enough. Realms of Sorcery is a great book. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah. No, just... right, okay. So technically it's a kingdom. Hey, what's up, James? Right, so noble... Yes, I mean, we can name him too, so it's noble something. I'll go through and name them at some point, but he also could be doing with being size 3. And this is primarily to give my players ideas. So I am going to present to the group a series of issues that they currently have in order to help stimulate their, decision making in the world. One of which will be that Tom is starving. Fairly obviously, like it's just poor as hell. It's also poor as hell. So they're starving and they barely have any money. So that's all 2 ways you can approach the same problem. Get money, buy food, get food. Either or. That will be more immediate. Somethingshausen has Hans and Klaus mirroring Sighard's entourage. I think he'll probably have a few river wardens. Let's have a little go back to his notes again. Let's see here. He killed his cousin to become the current baron, and began to mine the red rock. Bought in the wearing of large hats. Okay, perfect. Perfect canon. He murdered his mad cousin to earn his title. Then started to mine the red rock underneath his town. And now exports it as clay. Obviously, he's mining clay. He's not mining rock and turning it into clay, but you know what I mean. He also brought in the fashion of exceptionally large hats to any within town who can afford one. Okay. I do have a bit of an additional story to go with this. I think we can go with that. He is also said to be a superstitious man. Cautious of the gods' wrath. He is keen to sacrifice even people to the river, to the rivers. Often criminals, but in times of need, whoever is hanging around. There we go. Some say this is how the rocks underneath, how the ground around Blute Rock has earned its name. Its colour. There you go. There you go. Staying away from him. You're going with fluff from Realms of Sorcery. Yes. So, in a nutshell, Joris, there's a couple of paragraphs that I linked over to Snow regarding magic after the fall of Sigmar and how people viewed it. At least in this book, it is that the belief was that magic was essentially what gave rise to mutants and beastmen. So most people were fearful of it, not just the witch hunters. So magic users generally had to be secretive. Now you kind of have the flip side where the healers of towns and the hedge witches were still often protected by their towns, but it was often because the people didn't believe they used magic. They thought they used traditions and, let's say, things more akin to prayers and let's say mechanics like that. So people were often still eager to burn hedge witches if they were thought to be using magic. So it was still a little bit of a, oh, he's not the magic guy in the town. He's just the guy that heals our children and you know, knows stuff about the spirits of the dead. But that's not magic. Magic's for evil people. So at least in this setting, it was that the traditions was that basically right until magic the pious was legalized magic. Until then, it was assumed to be anyone could kill you or burn you for using it. So it was pretty much fair game. But there's a paragraph in there that I think is kind of in tune with, and I'm sure other books have other paragraphs that contradict it because, you know, Warhammer. But that's probably the attitude most people would have towards magic, would be akin to anyone's view on witchcraft in the medieval Europe is witchcraft bad. Anything I don't understand bad. So for sure. It's just I like to set the expectation of how others would react before something happens, so that when people react, it's not a complete surprise, if you know what I mean. Exactly, Mark. They're druidic wild magic healers. The thing is, as I think, as players, we refer to it as magic. Because mechanically it is, right? But you can also make the argument, at least Teclis did, that prayers are technically magic too, because they influence the winds of magic, or many of them do. So I think, like, as a player, mechanically, hedge witches use magic, but in terms of canon, a hedge witch isn't using magic. They're using tradition and herbal remedies and all of that stuff. So it's kind of, I like to make the distinguishing mark, because, like, if you're talking about magic in a tavern, someone that's listening in will be like, "Did you say magic? Who shall we burn?" People will be pretty bloodthirsty because, oh yeah, exactly, the ingredients make it different. Like, mechanically it is different, but I like to have that in place, sort of as a, you know, something we can fall back on. So the Skarg Hills will probably be owned by Pre. I don't know anything about Pre, or Caelgan, I don't know anything about there either. So the I will say that this is just an area the other side of the Bogan that was just Blair. So we've padded out most of the area we need, because honestly, although this seems like a weird shape, anything further away is going to be too expensive. Like, trading with Uberschreik is probably going to be too expensive. It's too far away to do it on a reliable basis, you know, because that's going to be like a 150-mile trip just to get a cart of grain when, like, you've got producers nearby. So in terms of products and produce, I do have a little sheet that will tell me all of these things. So I'm going to start filling all of that in. But what I wanted to do today, and what we've started to achieve, is to have a few people nearby that can be at least people that are interesting. They're not major plot points. They could be the entire campaign. I have no idea. So halfway through the campaign, if the group decided to do things that started stirring up a dragon, then, you know, maybe Noble Wayhay gets murdered by a dragon in her sleep. So yeah, concoctions and elixirs are also magic to uneducated locals. Sort of. I don't think. Yeah, sort of. It depends what it does. If it's just healing someone, I don't think they would. But if it's something more than that, I don't know. I think the shamanistic, herbalistic, apothecarian approaches to medicine are a bit more accepted. So an elixir, it depends what it does. If it makes you, like, grow incredibly strong and sprout wings, sure, but yeah, tough. But what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to actually skedoodly here, because I've sort of set out and achieved what I wanted to today, which is to have a few nobles, to have a few stories for them. I'm going to probably do another stream where I pad out a little bit what these guys have, and what they're going on, what they're producing, what's going on in the area. But we've got a few stories, we've got a few people nearby. And again, the emphasis here is that this is just here to give the players ideas. It's little more than just narrative pokes. So I look forward to that, and it may well inspire them to think, we have this problem, and I'll roll law politics, and you find some people that you think, actually, maybe they will help me with my problem. Or maybe they won't. Maybe there'll be allies, maybe there'll be enemies, maybe there'll be assassination attempts against people, maybe there'll be weddings, who knows? I really don't know what's coming in the second campaign. We'll just have to wait and see. Just a roll of a dice away. Exactly. Anything could happen. I don't have plans for this campaign. I don't have a big bad. I have various people doing things. So we'll see. And on that note, we need to put some Strigani here. The Strigani watching over you. There we go, Sigurd. The Strigani watching over you. Watching over you a little bit more. There we go. Watching over you a little bit more. All right, ladies and gents. Gonna scoot off now. I'll probably get another stream in tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Toodle pip.